Hi, welcome to another video of the Targeted Individual Program, the Targeted Individual Experience. So, yesterday, which was January 14th, I made a video. And that video, I explained a couple of stuff, what was happening with a recent incident in which a person who claimed that they were being hit with sonic weapons by the police department went out and killed a rookie police officer. Okay, and I pointed out a couple of things in the story as they posted it. All right, so you guys should go and look at that video to get the full context. And so after I did that video, I uploaded it onto YouTube, and the rest of the evening was pretty quiet. There was no sirens that was going off or nothing like that outside, because the kids were already home. I had to go pick them up early because my son had headaches, right, in school. So fast forward later on during the night, Pamela comes home from work. Okay, and she came, sat with us in the living room, and she started with the psychological targeting, the fixation drill, but she was being very subtle about it. And again, I pick up on it because, I've been studying what they've been doing to me for the past, going on 2 decades now. And so, she started, doing these very slight target and fixation drill. Like she'll be helping my daughter with her homework, and every time I look at her, she would put her hands towards me where I can see the palm of her hands. Okay, and she kept doing that over and over again. So I'm like, okay, well, I was in for a rough night. Let's put it that way. So she left, and she took my daughter in her bedroom to help her finish her homework. And then we put the kids to sleep. Well, I put the kids to sleep, brushed their teeth, put them to sleep. Around 11 something, maybe around 11:30. Okay, a police car drove by. Right, and as soon as it passed in front of the building, they turned on their sirens. And again, it's a familiar sound that I know because they use that sound in my targeting on a daily basis. Early on when I became aware of what was happening to me. So the police vehicle drove by, turned the sirens on, and the siren, it goes like this: whoop 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 whoop. Okay, very loud, very fast. So now, about 2 minutes later, Pamela comes out of her bedroom and asks me to give her a shoulder massage. So I'm giving her a shoulder massage, and then she takes her hand, okay, puts it over my hand, my fingers that was giving the shoulder massage, and basically start grabbing my middle finger. Okay, and she kept doing it to the point where it just started to become uncomfortable. So I was like, listen, my hands are tied. So I stopped doing the massage. Okay, so now I was looking at a video on my tablet about the ancient pharaohs of Egypt. So she looked at the tablet of the video I was looking at. She got up, puts her hand behind her back, opened her palm towards me, and walked back to her bedroom. Okay? So at that point, I'm like, okay, these people, I'm being targeted right now, probably being microwave, being surveilled, and they want me to know. So that's why the police vehicle drove by. Okay? And so I just got up, put on my clothes, and I told her, I said, listen, I'm leaving. So she gets out of bed, goes to the bathroom as I'm getting dressed, goes back into her room and closed her door. And I left. Okay? And so what you're going to see here in this video is when I got to the corner of her block, which you see the intersection right here, I turned and I heard the sirens. Okay, I heard the sirens. So I'm hearing the siren, and so as I kept walking, the sirens were still going. The vehicle that was making the noise was coming towards me. Right, going in the direction that I was going in. So I stopped, took out my phone, and as the minute that I did that, the sirens went off. Right, they turned off their sirens, which let me know that they were tracking me, because the minute I stood still to take my phone out of my coat pocket, okay, to record, they turned off the sirens and they basically stopped. Right, so you see the second green light here. Okay, so they basically stop before they can pass the green light. You see the sirens flashing there, and you're gonna hear me explain it.
Look at them up there. All right. Now they turn off their sirens, and now they're gonna turn. See them all the way up there? All right. So they use Pam tonight to attack me psychologically. And what time is it? After 12 a.m. and I'm heading home. After they use her to attack me, then the police showed up outside with their sirens. Okay, and then she goes into her room and comes back out, asks me to massage her shoulder. I massage her shoulder, and she keeps grabbing my middle finger, right? So she kept grabbing my middle finger, and at that point I'm just like, okay, this is not, I'm giving you a massage, but you keep grabbing and touching my middle finger. Right after the police came on the block with the sirens. Okay, so I left and walked out the apartment building, walked to the end of the block, start hearing sirens, and it was a FDNY ambulance that was coming towards me, and so took the camera out and started recording, and they stopped because they were tracking me. Okay, so the FDNY tracking me via the microchip, and when I stood up to record them as they was coming towards me, they stopped, and they turned, and they turned off. So yeah, so here comes the theme, the guy with the dog across the street. It's a theme and it's a script that they run. Okay, so this is what they're doing.
Okay, so you're going to see this guy. Actually, before that, and I didn't catch that last night while I was at the bus stop waiting for the bus, but I'm going to try to explain it. Okay, so you're gonna see, if you look to the right, is a figure right here. Okay, now watch how it plays up. Actually, I don't know what happened. Kind of went back too far. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm not gonna pause the video because when I went to play the video, it went back to the beginning. So I'm just gonna let the video play. So the individual here in the red, see the person walking across the street wearing red. Remember that theme again, right? All right. So let's go. Alright, so see the individual that just walked across the street wearing a red headscarf. Trying to lighten up the video so you can see because it is night. Okay, so you're gonna see this individual walking here. Okay, it's going to turn. He's going to turn the corner. All right, and I didn't realize this was happening. Okay, so he turns the corner, looks up. All right, let's go back slightly. Okay, that's to do with the dog. Let's go back. All right. So, look, he stops, right? This is him right here. So he walks around the corner, stops, looks up at the window. Okay? Looks up at the window. Then he's going to turn around and walk back in the direction that he came from. See that? All right? And he has what is look like an orange or red bag. It's nighttime, so the color might be a little off. Okay? So he walks back. So now, here comes the dude with the dog. Alright? And I have to mute the video because for some reason, the audio and the video doesn't sync up. I started noticing that. I never had that issue before. But now I start to have issues where the audio and the video don't sync up. So that's why it's on mute. So, because I'm going to explain it right now. Okay? So, here he comes with the dog. Alright? There are a lot of times where they'll use people with dogs in my targeting. Okay? Okay, so this is a script that they run, okay, and they do it from time to time. Like I said, there are going to be times when I'm going to get these things on video. I mean, it doesn't happen all the time because sometimes they catch me off guard. But excuse me. But there are times when I do get it on video. Like I said, with the guy walking, looking at the window. I wasn't even paying attention across, at that time, so it didn't dawn on me that was happening until I reviewed the video and I saw it. So and again, you hear me talk about also how people walking towards me and they'll look up at the windows in the apartment building, right, or the window of a store. They'll look, at the windows of the store and look at me. And it'll be done in a repeated manner. Remember, when things are being done repeatedly in front of you, it is a form of psychological conditioning. So this is what they were doing, right, to me. Okay, after I left Pam, right, and so the what they have done is what is called induce the flight or fight response. Okay, this is what they have done. Right. So let's talk about the fight or flight response. Okay. Attack patterns: brainwashing or deceiving and conditioning the fight or flight response to mean fear. Action interpretation: reinforce interpretation, attack or threat. Interpretation of events or reaction: reinforce interpretation. The attack: a psychological attack or threat to get the fight or flight response. Interpret reaction: the fight or flight response or adrenaline is interpreted as being fear. You're scared. Reinforce interpretation: you were scared or you got scared. Participants try to deceive or brainwash the victim into believing that to feel threatened, adrenaline or the fight or flight response means fear. Fear is used to attack the victim's honor, and the victim's honor is threatened if he shows fear or if his enemies see fear. Or if his enemy sees fear. In other words, attempts are made to deceive or brainwash the victim into believing that the fight or flight response is fear because it can be easily induced through threats and interpreted as fear. To attack the victim's honor and repetitive humiliation, and to use the fear or fear tactics. Fear and the fight or flight response are two different things. Fear is an emotion. The fight or flight response is a response to a threat. Okay, so let's get that straight. And for these perps out there who, whenever they use Pam to target me and I leave, I'm not leaving out of fear. I'm leaving out of the response to a threat and, basically leaving the situation because I know I'm being microwaved or we're being microwaved. Okay, and, I don't want to get to a point where it affects me negatively and then we start arguing and such. So I just choose to leave. Doesn't matter what time I leave. I just choose to leave. Right? And so what they'll interpret is that I'm scared. I'm not scared because I'm back here the next day, aren't I? Okay? So they basically have the civilian perpetrators believe that if your TI responds to the threat that they're doing or responds to the coercive threat, the manipulation, the microwave mind control signals, the remote neural monitoring, that if the victim leave, okay, then the victim is scared. And if he or she leaves, then the victim is scared, or if he or she stays, then the victim is in a fight mode, and they, I guess, try to say, well, we haven't caused the individual any psychological damage because they stayed. I mean, that shit is preposterous, But they will make up their own shit just to get away with what they're doing. Okay, this is what they do, right? You have to understand that. Okay, so anyway, so I got on the bus, and on the bus, everybody's real quiet, you're looking at me, except for one or two people who have been informed of what was done, and they started targeting me. So anyway, I got off the bus, and I took here we have these vans that, you pay them like $2 and, they go along the bus route. Alright, so instead of waiting for another bus, because I had a transfer, but I didn't see any bus coming in sight, so I was like, okay, I'll take a van up. So anyway, so I get to my destination, and I'm about a block away from my block, and I'm walking towards the intersection where I cross over onto my block. And who do I see? Right? Who is parked up at the end of the block?
Took the bus home. On my way home again, a lot of heavy police presence.
Right, forgot to mention that. A lot of heavy police presence.
Coming on my block now, and well, not my block, but the block over. When I'm walking down this block, of course, you gotta have, again, the NYPD showing themselves. You know, this is what they do, right?
Okay, and this is like around 1 o'clock. I think when I
let's see, probably like about 1 o'clock.
Yeah,
1 a.m.
about 1 o'clock.
Right now, or at least minutes to 1.
So, do you see what's happening here? Let me go back.
Just to show again,
because I didn't even see this. Because I think I just turned the camera and I didn't look over at them. Okay. Let's go again. Let's go back.
This is what
now. Let's go back here. Okay, I thought that was them standing there.
You know, this is what they do, right?
Right. So they park.
It is
right
around
at the intersection.
Let's see.
So I have to cross over to get
probably like about 1 o'clock, 1 a.m. Right now, or at least minutes to 1. So, you know, just to show again the daily attacks, the daily harassment.
Okay. Okay, so got in the house, and then this morning left my apartment building. Okay, that's so I exit out my apartment building.
You hear the sirens?
Okay. Now I thought about this, right? Like every time I leave, I would say 97% of the time I leave my apartment building, I exit out my apartment building, there's always the sound of sirens, whether it be a fire truck, ambulance, police, always.
It's very low.
And you see, as I was leaving my apartment, I had the camera recording on the phone, right? Because again, I'm anticipating certain things to happen. Okay, one was to record the sirens, or maybe a fire truck passing by, or a police car passing by, to show what we call synchronization. Okay, but this time, what they're going to do, they're going to use a civilian perpetrator. As I'm walking down the block, he's going to come around the corner. He's going to put his hands behind his head. Again, I'm not trying to target anybody. I'm just going to illustrate. Does this, takes his hat off, does this, puts his hat down, and then he puts it back on. And as I got close towards him, I guess he probably noticed that I was filming, he puts his head down. Just like that. Now I had to zoom in on the footage, okay, because he was again at a pretty far distance, and but you can see when he comes around the corner, I'm going to point him out. You're going to see that he has a light color hat on his head. Okay, then he's going to take it off because you're going to see he doesn't have the hat on his head, right? And then you're going to see him put it back on. Okay.
Exit out my building. You hear the sirens. Now look at this guy over here. Takes his hat.
Okay, so again, the footage is not matching up to the audio, so I'm going to mute it. Okay, so here he comes. Okay, you'll see that figure. I know because he's far away, and I had to basically zoom in, and I had to zoom in and change the aspect ratio because he was too far, and I couldn't really get a good picture of him. You know, which you can barely see him, but he's there. Okay, so that's him. See the light color hat? It's the guy right here. He's walking towards me. He takes his hat off.
Well, she crosses the street now.
Okay, That's him. He takes his hat off. You know, see his hands is down, so you don't see the hat on his head anymore. Okay. Now you're gonna see he puts it back on. Okay. So now you see the light color on his head, right? Okay. I see as I got close, right there. Now he sees that I'm recording. Now he puts his head down, right, as he's walking towards me. And then he's gonna go across the street. Okay? That's him right there. Alright? So let's skip. Let's go. So I'm walking to the bus stop.
Okay, so I'm just walking to the bus stop.
It's very cold outside, so that's why you hear me breathing that way. And clicking sound you hear, that's my cane. Okay? Now, there's a point where I get to, I'm across the street from an apartment building, and a woman comes out, okay, and she starts spraying my hair. And again, I'm not trying to target anybody. I'm just on, this is for reference because you guys won't be able to see it on the video. But she starts spraying my hair, and then she does like this, right?
Okay,
with
mouse.
her,
With your hand signal.
the palm of the hand.
Okay. I think she's slick. Right here.
Okay. So she says, she's like, bro, I'm broke. Again, sending subliminal message, right?
Right there.
And it's all scripted, right? Because there's no need for her to be yelling. She could have just walked over to the person and talked to them. But they want me to hear this. That's why, you know, they wait till I get close and then want to strike up a conversation to, you know, send subliminal messages being broken, blah, blah, blah. So again, all these into coercive persuasion in terms of, you know, not you know, about financial hardship and stuff like that, because again, you know, I don't subscribe to the conditioning, to the programming that they're trying to do. And the thing is, like, listen, I'm not a dog. You're not going to, you know, try to train me as if I'm some sort of dog. Okay, that's not going to happen. And the thing is that they're trying to, I guess, try to tell the public that what they're doing is a good thing. It's not a good thing. Okay? They're deceiving the public. They're deceiving people. Okay? It only becomes a good thing when the TI starts to expose what the true nature of what it is that they're doing. Okay? Now they want to act as if, you know, oh, well, we're doing a good thing. Well, in the beginning, they were trying to make me believe that when I do negative things, I'll be rewarded. Right? That's what they were doing. Okay? And now they flip it because I guess people become aware of what it is that they're doing. So now, well, you know, we're doing a good thing here. Don't be deceived. People are continuously being deceived. And, you know, I'm just dumbfounded that, you know, people just go along with this. This is about experimentation. Well, at this point, it's beyond experimentation. They've already experimented on us, and they know what the technology is capable of doing, and they're implementing it. And they're not just experimenting on us as TIs, but also the general public, to see how far they can control the public to turn against an individual and destroy that individual. Okay? And this is about non-consensual human experimentation that they've done to us targeted individuals. And they're trying to cover their asses. They don't want to be held responsible. Okay? And so now they have to get rid of us. They have to discredit us in such a way that no one wants to believe us. This is what they're doing. That's her right there. See that? Turn the camera. She turns herself. She turns around. Let me go back and okay, some more. Okay, because then it gets interesting. Okay. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to adjust the height of the video. Let's see here.
With the palm. Okay.
Okay, that's too far.
Nah.
Right there.
Nah.
Right here.
Nah.
Okay. Can't really get a good look at her. Oh, there you go. Okay. And so, see what she's doing? Okay.
Right there.
We were just in the apartment.
Okay. Now, pay attention to this woman in front of me. Again, this is all scripted. Okay. It's all scripted. And you're going to see the hand signal, and I'm going to explain it. I've explained it before, but you know, I got to put this in context, so I'm going to explain it. Okay. So, see what she does here? Hand signal, her index finger. Okay. I've explained numerous times early on in my targeting that when I was working, okay, and I would leave work, okay, didn't really know what was happening to me, okay. So I would normally I'll take the elevator to the ground floor and I would walk out, you know, the building, work building. But for some reason, okay, a couple times, you know, I took the stairs down to the ground floor. And every time I took the stairs to the ground floor, there was a white police officer, plainclothes officer. He would be leaning on the staircase, right, with his hands on the what do you call it? The rail, all right? And he would have his hands and his index finger pointing, right? And again, this is done repeatedly in order to condition me. Okay? So now, right, people would walk in front of me and they would do the same action. They would, with the index finger pointed down, okay, their fist is closed, but their pointing finger, I'm not sure if it is the index finger or pointing finger, but the pointing finger, right? So it's the one right after your thumb, okay? They would walk down the street or walk towards me doing that very same action, sticking of the pointing finger out. So she's doing the same thing here. Okay? Now remember, she had gloves on. Okay? And if I just go back so I can show.
Right there.
Okay, so.
We were just in front of it.
So she took her gloves off. Okay, puts it in her bag. There you go. Okay. Again, I'm going to adjust the video because I need to show her face. I'm trying to see if I got her face on camera. So let's see here. Let's adjust this. Actually, let's go back on the video. Let's go back slightly. Okay, let's adjust the height again. I had to crop it because I was trying to zoom in, zoom up on the video. Let's see. Okay, all right, so there we go. And again, see what she's doing. All right. What you guys see me do here is real time editing. So I'm trying to do this the best way I can. Okay. Okay, so it's gonna be a little stretch. But again, she is, folding her lips, which means that, they want me to shut up about. Okay. All right, so I'm at the bus stop. I got on the bus, and I had to transfer to another bus. So I got on the other bus. So before I got on the bus, I'm at the bus stop. I'm being targeted. People walking by. They're looking up at this restaurant. It's called Fisherman Cove, and they're looking at the awning. So they just kept walking by, looking at the awning. So the bus came. I got on the bus. Of course, heavy targeting going on the bus. People coming in. Doing all these hand signals and stuff like that. And let's see here. So at one point, my phone rang, and I looked down to see who it was, and it was Pamela. So right then I knew that because of the targeting, that they basically triggered her to call me, right? Or, mind control her to call me at that particular time while I was on the bus, right? So I didn't answer, okay? When I didn't answer, I put my phone back in my pocket. This guy got up, walked in front of me, put his hands behind his back, with his palm open towards me. Now I'm going to break it down exactly how it went. So, after this guy did this, this girl, young woman, came, sat in front of me. She was about 2 rows in front of me, but she was facing towards me. And, she started, again, playing with her hair. And again, I'm not trying to trigger anybody or target anybody, but I need to show what is being done. So she kept playing with her hair, and again, with her palm facing towards me now, like this, pulling on just a little piece of her hair, doing this, and with her palm opening up towards me, right? So I'm like, okay, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So now, this woman now comes walking towards me on the bus, okay? She sticks her finger in her ear. Now, if I had my phone out recording, they would not have done what they've done, okay? Because they do things in a particular way, right? But this was very blatant. Very, very blatant. So now, this guy's sitting down, and he does this. So with all these hand signals going on, so now they're using the 3 fingers again, with them targeting me because I didn't answer the phone when Pamela called me, because I knew that it was a planned event, that it was a scripted event. That's why I didn't answer. Okay? She had all morning to call me, and this was midday here. They didn't call me. But as soon as I got on the second bus, okay, she calls me, and then, when I didn't answer, they started switching up the target in a very particular way in which I've seen before. Whenever, we go through this, and she calls and I don't answer. Okay? Like I said, I've seen it before. I've been through it many times. Alright? So now on top of all of that, my head has been killing me all day. Because of the remote neural monitoring that took place yesterday and today. Okay? So again, I'm just, I'm never going to stop exposing these people on what it is that they're doing. I made it my mission to expose what it is that's being done. Okay? The use of a coercive persuasion program in order to hide the non-consensual human experimentation being done to targeted individuals. Okay? The use of psychological methods, psychological tactics to discredit, set up, frame up targeted individual to keep them quiet, to have the civilian population surveil, psychologically torture, and discriminate against targeted individual people. Okay? Read all about it on psychologicalharassment.com. Yeah, it's a wealth of information about what it is that's being done. Okay, so I will speak to you and see you guys on the next video.